Welcome to another Sunday edition of Planetary Interpretations. Today we got the resurrection of self through the metempsychosal alchemical stage of dissolution in the second house. In whispers we govern, through the elements we obscure, in static we command, in nightmares we pursue. We are earth and air, we are fire and water, we are the remembered, and we are the returned. We are the whispers, in silence we thrive. We've got the sun square moon, which I am referring to as the Ceres effect, within emotional challenges, setbacks in relationships. This stemming primarily in the female dynamic. This can either be maternal figures with malice intent sending out lunar requests of the lower angstrom spectral configuration in terms of chromodynamic hierarchy or sequence. This is root work. I heard, but this is trumped by a grand elder maternal influence, returning the favor to the live round generation. So if there is a female sending out malice intent, there is a passed over loved one returning the energy right back to the living on that side. I'm inclined to use the term geostorm for this as a reference, which is the process by which the sun's energy disrupts Earth's grid, triggered by powerful solar eruptions like coronal mass ejections. So make sure them geofences are up strong, because the kinetic energy from these ejections travels through space as a stream of charged plasma. It's like a pseudo-digital footprint, if you will, which then induces dangerous electrical currents in the power lines and transformers, leading to a failed DDoS script swap to cover tracks, illuminating quite a large portion of this grid, rendering it rather highly vulnerable, allowing what's known as induced currents. The rapidly changing magnetic field near Earth's surface induces electrical fields on the ground. These in turn drive powerfully geomagnetically induced currents, GICs, into long conductive materials like power lines, pipelines, creating backdoors or wormholes on the axis, linking black holes to quasars and neutron stars that people weren't exactly counting on. The impact on the grid is power transformers and high voltage transmission lines were not designed to handle these extra direct currents like surges. The GICs can cause transformer saturation. Now, the abnormal currents can drive a transformer's magnetic core into a state of saturation. This creates large amounts of reactive power that the system cannot absorb. It's like internal ascension through alchemy, when, if you want to coin the term, kundalini, the inner body cannot contain such great energy, so it discharges it, almost illuminating the aura, making one appear to be glowing. You've got overheating and damage. Now, a true alchemist can withstand such things like a lightning rod, the bullshit, and or power and electrical currents discharging it and grounding thyself into the earth and the energies around it. Whereas somebody who is stuck saturating can cause transformer windings to overheat and cause permanent damage or failure, whereas imperative systems in terms of the body as a reference would start shutting down, kidneys, lungs, brain. We would start having organ failure, slowly dying internally. It'd be like an internal decay from lack of ability to truly withstand the awesome power and magnitude of such solar flares. We've got grid collapse. The high voltage and equipment failure can trip protective relays and cause cascading blackouts across a wide region, whereas the myelin sheath closes on the nerves, protecting them, whereas if they're open and exposed, it's like a network of unseen information that really shouldn't be out in the air available, almost like a pseudo-universal cosmic hack, whereas imperative infrastructures to the well-being of certain structures are visible and in detriment, causing long-term MS, multiple sclerosis, unless you want to use MS-DOS as a command, it would begin to collapse from the inside. In other words, when we try to eclipse the sun, we in turn create doorways previously thought unquantifiable as the sun being top tier, top choice, and top prime, and the earth would be, at best, shallow and pedantic, if you will. We got the sun squared Uranus with detailed interpretation for wired for change. backtracking on the nerves and the myelin sheath and the electrical currents and the pipelines and infrastructure. It all ties together. We've got core psychological drivers, being a conflict between stability and freedom. The square aspect creates a constant nervous tension between the sun's desire for a stable ego and Uranus' impulse to rebel and break free. This can make you feel trapped by expectation even as you crave a secure foundation. It's like hackers when they steal something from somebody and they project a certain public image. And in Pluto, we are trinal in our public image, but truly, internally, we are squared and concux in nature. This would illuminate that true core identity, and we would no longer be able to hold on to that due to separation of self and separation of power. Our actual authentic selves are going to begin to surface at an accelerated rate, as it has been the last a handful of videos where it's been an ongoing theme of disruption of false power, disruption of false presence, disruption of false leadership, stuff of that nature. And I'm not talking like government, so please don't misinterpret this. I'm pro-America. I'm not anti-America before anybody wants to try to dissect my words. I'm speaking in euphemisms where if the shoe fits, it fits. This could also lead to fear of feeling trapped. A significant trigger is the perspective of being confined, whether in a relationship, a financial arrangement. Don't get caught up in those. Not in the anti-karmic season anyways. Or a life situation. You may react to feeling concerned by suddenly throwing dynamite at the whole thing in a rebellious or destructive way. Boom, goes the dynamite. We can view this in terms of a WLAN, which is a wireless local area network, which is a type of local area network that uses radio waves to connect to devices wirelessly within a limited area like a home, school, or office. Specifically highlighted would be the radio propagation models. Some emulators calculate how radio waves propagate, simulating real-world effects on signal strength and connectivity. In terms of human physiology, this correlates to metempsychosis, which is the doctrine of transmigration of souls. Consider my formula of omnikinesis, which I posted a while ago, and I will get to making a video and touching base on each individual step of the 7 stages of alchemy into the Magnus Opus, which is the grand working of architecture. This would be the palingenesis times metempsychosis formula, the second tier of alchemy of dissolution into growth, whereas us as the Holy Trinity, the trikonasana of life, as an alchemist, we begin as a white dwarf, downloading the torque of life, which is pressure, developing us into the diamond or gem that we actually are, measured by a pressure of life in the scale of Milky Way galactic cosmic rays over trajectory or growth measured at 20% kinetic energy of a supernova wattage multiplied by angular displacement, which is perspective, in nanometers by trajectory and wattage with planetary location, leading to separation of the old and stepping into the alchemical phase of conjunction, leading to the infinity method of being, whereas we escape the countable and step directly into the uncountable infinity. Now, uncountable affinity, also known as non-enumerable affinity, is a type of affinity where the elements of a set cannot be put into a one-to-one correspondence with natural numbers, leading to the probabilistic amplitude of a resonance outside of normal parameters operating on an unrecognized algorithm outside of Fibonacci itself. I've got some numbers here. I got Sun 39 for Rihael, the 39th angel of the Shem HaMepharash is Rihael, whose name means the quickly forgiven God, or God who perceived or receives sinners. Rihael is associated with healing and cures, promoting filial and paternal love, fostering obedience, and providing a deeper understanding in the world. His associated biblical verse is Psalms 30, verse 10. His abilities are provides cures for illnesses, offers mercy from God, and influences paternal and filial love, promotes obedience, and grants deeper understanding of surrounding things. I had to turn my tea water down, sorry guys. He's helpful when people are sending sickness energy to you and wishing you ill. So if somebody's trying to do root work or attack your throat chakra or trying to make you physical ill through misuse of kitchen work, whatever you want to call that, child's play, magic, some people like to do, it's not going to work. It's going to deflect and it's going to go right back to your entire household rather than just going to the one that was directed at. So it's going to automatic return to sender. Biblical verse, Psalms 30 verse 10 is, "Hear, O Lord, and have mercy upon me. Lord, be thy helper." And on the dualistic aspect, I've got the Raven of Essence, protecting the primordial code, Malthus. His skills is known for the ability to build and fortify houses and towers. With building and destruction, he is said to be able to build houses, high towers, and strongholds quickly. Conversely, he's also able to throw down the buildings and fortifications of your enemies when the energy is used properly. Absolute chaos. Love it. Order comes afterwards, always. We've got destroy enemy strongholds through espionage. Malthus can reveal the thoughts and desires of your enemies to you. He can also destroy their plans and machinations, and grant good familiars. Allies and resources. He can provide to conjure with good familiars, which are said to be spirit companions that assist the summoner. He can also quickly bring skilled artisans and builders together from across the world. He's a mighty president of hell who commands 40 legions of spirits. We've got the North Node 56 with the angel Poiel coming in, meaning the name Poiel translates to God sustaining everything, or God who sustains everything. Hierarchy, he is a member of the principalities choir within the angelic hierarchy. In terms of royalty, a principality is a state ruled by a prince or crowned heir. Now, the purpose of Angel Poiel is not to inspire spiritual seekers, help achieve dreams, and answer prayers by blending divine grace with personal effort. Do as you do and get what you want. Don't ask without intent or action without action. You're only going to be in a state of dissonance constantly. We've got this is a very good energy to work with alongside with your North Node, especially when transmuted into quantum mechanical algorithm that is your very essence of being. We have Moon and Saturn, mathematical lesser than energy, coming in on the wheel of astrology into Venus, indicating a scorned love trying to use those counter energies to draw back, draw on, or charm to failure, which is being blocked by the magnetic force of the North Node immediately, causing concepts related to wave-particle duality and the role of measurement in quantum mechanics, often described as the collapse of the wave function. Like Mr. Poopy Butthole from Rick and Morty says, ooh-wee. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Have a good day.